I got a case of Pampers and a case of wipes at the house right now, because that's just how much I had her. He told the mother to stop bringing her over here because he was going to kill her. His words was that he got high and passed out, and he felt something either bite or scratch him, and he just slung it to the wall.
Hi, this is Eric J coming at you with street news. No, we ain't professional, and neither is this story. 34-year-old Jonathan has been arrested and charged with first-degree murder after he repeatedly told his girlfriend to stop bringing her 1-year-old daughter around him. So look, according to the reports, around 11 o'clock p.m. on Saturday night, the Baton Rouge Police Department responded to a call about an unresponsive child. One of the officers on the scene said, "When we found Jalea, she wasn't breathing, and she had multiple bruises on her body, and she had a large burn on her back." Jalea was taken to a local hospital where she later died. Jalea's aunt said Jonathan had told her mama repeatedly not to bring her over there. He didn't want Jalea around him. This is not the first time Jalea has had bruises and scratches all over her. Jonathan told her mama that he was gonna kill her. He hated Jalea because she wasn't his child. Jalea is my brother's child. I got a case of diapers and wipes at my house right now. That's just how much I be having her.
Tonight, the man who police say beat a 1-year-old to death will not get out of jail.
A judge said bond is not an option for the accused child killer. Jonathan Dunn is charged with first-degree murder and cruelty to a juvenile. The coroner's report shows the baby girl died of blunt force injuries. And what is even worse, some people may have ignored the warning signs. Our chief investigator, Chris Nakamoto, has the story of a family in disbelief over this child's death.
Michael, Sylvia, Jalea Fontenot was perfect. Her family says she rarely ever cried. Tonight, in shock and grief-stricken over her death, they say there were warning signs and had repeatedly asked the child's mother to stop bringing her to Jonathan Dunn's home. 1-year-old Jalea Fontenot loved to laugh. The precocious infant was learning the basics when her life was cut short Saturday at this house in the 4800 block of Peerless Street. Outside, a number of children's toys adorn the front yard. But the tenant here locked up, accused of the unthinkable. Police responded here over the weekend for a medical call. Inside, they found Jalea Fontenot unresponsive, bruises all over her body, and a large burn on her leg.
Jalea was a wonderful baby. You couldn't have asked God for a better baby. Jalea was a baby that laughed, grinned, played. She wasn't a crying baby at all.
Lorna Sterling helped watch Jalea. She is her aunt.
I got a case of Pampers and a case of wipes at the house right now, because that's just how much I had her.
Sterling began noticing suspicious things going on after Jonathan Dunn would take care of the baby.
He told the mother to stop bringing her over here because he was going to kill her. And this is not the first time Jalea have had bruises all over her, scratches all over her.
Neighbors tell me that the mom would routinely bring the baby to be watched by Jonathan Dunn. What's the connection? Dunn is the father of one of the baby's siblings.
This is what the mother told me. His words was that he got high and passed out, and he felt something either bite or scratch him, and he just slung it to the wall. How could you not know that's a baby? She was a pretty big baby. How could you not know this?
The WBRZ investigative unit found Dunn has a violent past, arrested for aggravated battery, armed robbery, and a number of drug charges.
I just want to get my baby buried.
Sterling says Dunn had threatened to kill Jalea before and made good on his promise over the weekend.
He did what he said he was going to do. He did exactly what he said he was going to do.
They are, however, in disbelief tonight. The beautiful baby that they love so much is gone.
He hated my brother's baby.
Why?
Because it wasn't his. Because it wasn't his baby. He hated that baby.
Their grief palpable as they're now tasked with planning and financing a funeral for an infant who should still be alive.
My heart is heavy right now for Jalea.
Listen, he told you he didn't want your child around him. Why you kept dropping her off over there? He's showing you how much he hates your daughter. He abusing her. He scratching her. He burning her. What else do you need to happen to your daughter before you stop putting your child in harm's way? I truly believe that you wanted Jonathan to kill your daughter, and you was gonna keep sending her over there until it happened. And guess what? It happened. She's dead now. She's at somebody's funeral home right now. She's inside of the freezer waiting to be placed inside of a casket and covered in 6 foot of dirt. That's what you wanted, and that's what you got. I just wish your mugshot was on side of Jonathan's mugshot, cause to me, y'all worked as a team. You dropped her off to him, and he beat her, and y'all would do this over and over and over again. Jalea's aunt said, the mother told me that Jonathan told her he got high and passed out, and he felt something bite or scratch him, and he just slung it against the wall. That's what Jalea was to you? She was a it? You just slung it against the wall? Ladies, listen. If you have a child from a previous relationship, make sure your new guy is capable of loving that child the same way he loved you. And if he tell you he's not capable of loving your child, believe him. He shouldn't have to throw your child against the wall for you to take him serious. He shouldn't have to burn your child for you to take him serious. He shouldn't have to scratch your child for you to take him serious. Listen, I truly believe with all my heart that in situations like this, Jalea's mother and Jonathan should be held equally accountable, because it's not fair to the people who love Jalea. It's not fair to her aunt. I don't care if you're the mother. You don't have the right to let your boyfriend scratch and burn your child. You don't have the right to make excuses for your boyfriend throwing your 1-year-old daughter against the wall. Listen, in the book of Proverbs, the scripture says, the soul of the wicked desires evil. His neighbor finds no mercy in his eyes. There's no mercy when these kids come in contact with evil souls like Jonathan. Jalea's mama literally dropped her off to be slaughtered. And when it didn't happen the first time, she did it again. And when it didn't happen the second time, she did it again. She did it until this little girl was finally murdered.